All right, Shalom Akim. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory first to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim out there pushing his word and truth, sincerity, enduring afflictions as a good soldier of Yahushai. Death, destruction to all those that are non-believers, that do not believe in the doctrine, and that are scoffers and scorners. So, I'm the brother Kanak, and I got the brother.
I know, buddy.
Yeah, so we got together in the spirit. And the Spirit led us to do this lesson. The brother, he had a scripture, in his mind. So we just gonna build upon that scripture. And it's just a testament into the times that we're in right now, and how serious the Spirit is moving. Because you got to move with the Spirit, or the Spirit is gonna leave you behind. And you see that it happens to these guys. Pretty much about not being idle. Because even though we have this word. And every brother's situation is different, okay, per se. Once we come to this knowledge, we have to understand that we have to be more responsible, and we can't just be idleness. The scriptures talk about idleness. So can you go ahead and bring that scripture out?
Is Sirach 33:27. Send him to labor that he be not idle.
Yeah, send him to labor that he be not idle. Now it's going into really being not idle as far as going and do this work. That's the labor. That's the first and foremost. That's the labor that you're supposed to be diligent in, is doing the work. And with doing the work, you have to make sure that you do everything else in between that too. Okay, there's things of carnally that you have to do. You have to have a job. You have to be responsible. You have to pay your bills. All right, you have to get your car fixed. If you don't have a car, you pray to the Lord to have a car. Okay. Or you pray to the Lord to be able to have transportation, so you can get to camp, so you become more of a responsible adult, so to speak. Because this world teaches you to do what? Teaches you to be slothful. Go ahead, read it from the top again and continue.
Is Sirach 33:27. Send him to labor.
Yeah, send him to labor. Okay, because we're laborers. We're diligently laboring, doing the work of the Lord. Okay, continue.
That he be not idle.
That he be not idle. So we have the definition in the Edamon online of idle. Okay. So this idle in the Edamon online has an adjective. It says empty, void, vain, worthless, useless. So if you're a man that's just idle, not doing anything, you're worthless. You're void. Okay. You're useless. How is the Lord going to be able to use you? Okay. How are you going to be able to do the work of the Lord? Okay, how are you going to be a burden on other brothers? They got to come pick you up from way across town, drop you off. You need money. You don't even have money to feed yourself, or you're being comfortable. Comfortability breeds what? It breeds idleness. And idleness breeds emptiness and worthless. And you can't be a worthless piece of shit in this truth, ultimately, okay? Excuse my language. That's basically what it is, because when you take a shit, it's worthless, right? You're not gonna take the shit out of the toilet and then put it in the refrigerator to save it for a rainy day. Okay, no, you're not gonna do that. Okay, it says empty, worthless. It says vain, useless, mere. Okay, pure. It says not employed, not doing work. Not employed, not doing work. That's when you're idle. Okay, we can't be idle servants. All right. It says lazy, slothful. All right, man. There's so many scriptures popping in my mind. Okay, get Proverbs 21 and 25 real quick. Okay, because we can't be lazy, slothful servants when it pertains to this truth, and it pertains to doing everything outside of this truth. That embodies the truth. Now having a job, that's part of the truth. Okay, being financially responsible is part of the truth. Not just sitting there being a demon. Go read that.
Is Proverbs 21 and 25. The desire of the slothful.
The desire of the slothful. So that's one of the definitions when you go into the word idle. It's slothful. Right? We just read it. Go ahead.
Killeth him.
It killeth him. It killeth him. Because why? Continue.
For his hands refuse to labor.
His hands refuse to labor. He's not employed. He's not doing work. And that goes inside doing the work of the Lord, meaning when I say that, I mean doing your videos, reading, studying, going out on the highways and hedges. That's all important. That's the foundation. All right. But the Most High also, he ordained us to work with our hands, to labor with our hands. And with that, you have to have balance between you going out on the highways and hedges, meeting with brothers, building upon that foundation, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay. And doing your work so you can facilitate brothers, okay, if all possible, okay, you can be you're able to get to camp, you are able to eat, because we still need use things of the fleshly world, so to speak. The scriptures talk about using this world but not abusing it, okay? Because if you could okay, say you're at home or you're with your grandmother, you could use that as an excuse. Oh, I'm comfortable, man. But what happens when something happens to them? What are you gonna do? Or are you gonna, I need a place to stay from the brothers, and you're just gonna be slothful and lay up on them? No, you're putting more hell on them. Now they gotta take care of a grown man. Okay, so his hand said he refuses to work. So go back to that scripture that you had initially in Sirach, and did you finish that? I don't think.
Oh no.
No. Yeah, go ahead and finish it out.
Is Sirach 33 and 27. Send him to labor, that he be not idle.
That he be not idle, which means worthless. All right, means not employed, not doing work, lazy, slothful. And we know foolish. It says foolish, delirious, wandering in the mind, because you're not focused on getting a task done. Okay, that's why. Let me find this scripture. If you wanna say something, brother.
Yeah, Khan, like he was about to go into, pretty much teaches much evil, and that's what it's talking about. Like you just sitting there, your mind's wandering all over the place, and that's when Satan, comes with the
Exactly.
evil thoughts.
Exactly. We didn't even get to the evil thoughts, huh?
Khan. Which one?
Okay, yeah. Finish that out. Just completely finish it out, bro.
Is Sirach 33 and 27. Send him to labor, that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil.
Yeah, idleness teacheth much evil, because now you're wandering in mind, and you're allowing Satan. You're allowing Satan to come into your mind, all right, and say certain things to you. But if you're diligently working, okay, studying, all right, you're not idle. You just don't have free time, because the scriptures talk about wisdom of a learned man coming by leisure, right? In the book of Sirach, it says wisdom of a learned man coming by leisure, and leisure going into reading, going into studying. The scriptures say to study to make thyself approved. Okay, and if you're not working, you're being slothful. How the hell are you going to retain wisdom? Okay, you're pretty much being evil, because the scriptures say that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Right? So if you don't have that wisdom, because you're being idle and lazy and evil, how are you going to be stable when all hell breaks loose? How can the Lord depend on you to work when you're not even working now? How can the Lord just give you the kingdom and give you dominions and give you this inheritance? Because we're gonna be working in the kingdom, man. We're still gonna be priests. Okay, there's still nations, still people are gonna come to us and come forth to us, and they're gonna be there to give us reports. We're gonna be taking reports. We're going to be making sure the earth is running in its proper order, right? The earth has to be organized, right? That's why the Lord, he set his people to do what? To organize the earth, to make sure the earth is going the correct way. But you see, when there's an unorganized people in rulership, the so-called white man. So ultimately, you're being like the so-called white man. Okay? That was it on that scripture.
Gone.
Okay, so did you have another scripture?
I had that hate not laborious.
Yeah. Sirach 7. Go ahead.
This Sirach 7:15. Hate not laborious work.
Hate not laborious work. Laborious work. The word laborious, it means hard working. Okay, and rigor. Okay, going into these scriptures that can be rigorous. Finding these precepts. Also, you can't hate. You can't. It goes into it. Go ahead.
Neither husband.
Husbandry, and if you know anything about husbandry, husbandry is a very hard profession. You're tilling the ground. Okay, you're plowing the ground. All right, you're working all day and long because what? If you don't work, you don't eat. You know what I mean? You can't be idle, a lazy servant, Salakia. Because there's a law on being a lazy servant in the scriptures. You have a lazy son. Okay, you supposed to tell him to get to work, and if he's disobedient, you supposed to bring him to the priest, and you supposed to be the first one to stone his bitch ass. Okay, because the Lord, because that word idle means vain and worthless. You're worthless. You're not contributing to the building of the nation of Israel. Okay, not being responsible, not doing what you're supposed to do. Well, Yahushua had a job. Paul had a job. Paul was a tent maker, man. Okay. James and John, Peter and Andrew, they were fishermen. And if you knew anything about fishermen in the ancient world, fishermen, that was a hard profession. Or that wasn't nothing just, you just got a rod and a reel and you just out there on catching one fish at a time. Nah, man, that was a very rigorous work. That husbandry, and we're likened unto husbands. A husband is a farmer, and we're tilling the ground. So the scriptures talk about the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. So if you're a lazy, vain, worthless piece of shit, okay, the Lord is going to destroy you. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. That's it on that. Give Matthew's 20th chapter and start at the top. We ain't gonna keep it long. We hit the point and then keep it moving. You know what I mean? We can't be idle in this truth, man. And you got guys. Before you get that, bro, get Revelation 3:16, because that's ultimately what you guys are. You're being a wicked and a slothful servant. You're being lukewarm. And let's see what Yahushua himself said about guys that are lukewarm. Okay, that refuse to work. It says the desire of the slothful killeth him, because his hands refuse to work. All right, so we have to work diligently in this truth, and in order for us to be able to be on the highways and the hedges, in order for us to live our daily life, because contrary to popular belief, we have jobs, and our apostles and elders, they teach that. They don't teach you to be lazy. You need to get your license so you can move around, and this is what's necessary in this time, in this season. In America, you need a car, if all possible. If you don't have a car, every brother's situation is different. But if all possible, if you need a car, you need to get a car. So okay, so if new brothers need rides, all right, you need a place. You need a place to lay your head down. Or you need a debit card, if all possible, so you can make transactions. Okay, you have to integrate in this society to a degree. All right, you just can't be a renegade spirit. All right, go ahead.
Is Revelation 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
Yeah, that works. See that spirit of work keeps popping up. Okay, you're not cold nor hot. Go ahead.
How would thou work cold or hot?
Yeah, so either don't be slothful, because slothful means you will do a little bit of work and then you'll stop for a long ass time, or idle. You do a little bit of work and then you'll stop. So the Lord is like, look, I wish you were cold or hot. The Lord doesn't like a slothful, vain servant. Go ahead.
So then, because thou art lukewarm,
because you are lukewarm, okay, which is pretty much being worthless. Go ahead.
And neither cold nor hot.
Neither cold nor hot. Go ahead.
I will spew thee out of my mouth.
When you eat a piece of food and it doesn't sit right with you, you're not going to swallow it down. You're going to spew it out. You're going to spit it out. And you don't want to have nothing to do. You're going to look at it in disgust. So that's essentially how the Lord looks at men that are idle, man, because that idleness brings Satan into your mind, and that's why women got so many demons on them. That's one of the reasons why, because they're idle. And I was trying to find that scripture. I believe it says like if a child or a woman, I forget exactly how, left to their own devices.
Oh, my new
Let me see. Let me.
Proverbs 29:15 keep popping up. Yeah, kind of. I was gonna say too. So I sometimes like going to my job. Sometime and then I see like the dispatch, the female. I don't know how she do it. She just sit there the whole day, and she would just look miserable, you know, just because she just sitting there the whole day.
Uh,
But a child left to
no,
himself.
I don't think that. I forget exactly how it goes. It might be in a. It might be in an apocrypha, but it's not. It's no worry. It's no worry. I could be wrong. It just escapes me right now. Uh, go ahead and finish what you were doing.
Gone. And then
Let
the
me see. Let me
Revelation
see. Sirach 15.
up to the Matthew.
Look at Sir. Oh, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Where were you at?
I'm done with the Revelation.
Okay, go to Matthew the 20th chapter.
Hmm.
Because the Lord he gave jobs to those who were idle, that weren't doing anything. That's essentially what we were doing before we came into this truth. We were idle. We weren't doing anything. So the Lord, he called us to do this work. Okay. Go ahead. Let me just check this out real quick.
Is Matthew 20:1. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard.
Yeah, this is Yahweh Shai. That penny is representative of the kingdom of heaven. Okay, that pretty much your wage. And how are you going to be able to receive a wage if you're not working? Go ahead.
And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle.
Woo, standing idle. What? Being worthless, not doing anything. Okay, go ahead.
In the marketplace, and said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard,
Mm-hmm.
and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their
When
way.
you go out to the vineyard, meaning you go out and work, go out and glean them grapes. Okay, and that's essentially what we're doing in this truth. We're gleaning them grapes. We're working with our hands. Okay, and that goes spiritually and carnally. We have to work. Okay, go ahead. If you don't work, you don't eat. Okay, Paul talks about that in our 2 Thessalonians. Go ahead.
Again he went out about the 6th and 9th hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle.
Yeah, so pretty much that those hours are representative of the time that certain men come into the truth. Some men came in a later hour, like the last hour, the 11th hour, the 10th hour. Some men came in at the second hour, the third hour. Okay, but there were men at all times of the day that were standing idle, and Yahweh Shai, he offered them a job. Okay, you see that? So right then and there in itself is an example of how we have to work. Okay, primarily working the profession that the Lord has given us, which is a profession of a prophet, a teacher, an evangelist. Okay, go ahead.
And said unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle?
Yeah, why are you being lazy? Why are you being worthless? Why are you unemployed? There's a lot of work out there to be done. Okay, you can be out there working. Like I said, having a carnal job helps facilitate this truth, man. You're able to buy things that you need. You can get a computer. Okay, you get the smartphone. Okay, what if your smartphone messes up? You're able to do what? You're able to go buy another one. The scriptures talk about money being a defense. Now, you can't be simple and just I just gotta work to death, and not just have a stable job. That's all that's all that we're saying. Okay, you don't need to go out and try to be a professional athlete. No, that's not what it's talking about. Standing idle, you're not doing nothing. Okay, all right, you're not able to take care of yourself. Now, there's certain times where brothers might move in with each other. That's all according to the Lord. Okay, certain brothers' spirits link up to where they move into each other to help support each other. There's a support group within the body, but it takes you to have that initiative. Okay, the Lord ordained that, man. All right, here it is. Our apostles and elders, they're working. They got jobs. They're taking care of themselves. Now you're not gonna do the same thing. You just gonna just be idle. We just read the scriptures about how being idle, that's wicked. That lets Satan into your mind, because look, you're not occupied. Now you can, what do you do? What do you fill the day with? What the hell are you going to fill it? What's really out here? What's in the world? The world is nothing but wickedness, right? The scriptures talk about the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. Okay, so if you're occupied in other things, you're under your woman. Okay, what does the scripture talk about a woman? The woman became the beginning of sin, and her whole job is to get you out of the truth. She's in your ear constantly telling you, "Oh, hey, why are you going out? Why are you doing this? You should spend more time with me." Here it is, you spend the whole goddamn day with her, and then once you do get a job, she'll leave your ass. So it really wasn't about that. It's really Satan works through that woman. Okay, Satan works through that woman to try to distract you from this truth, and we can't be distracted in this truth. Okay. We have to be proactive in this truth. Okay, we can't be distracted in this truth. We have to be proactive in this truth. Okay, go ahead.
They say unto him, because no man hath hired us.
No man has hired us. So these men were idle because no man hired them. Okay, Yahushua hired us now. Okay, but then you can't even use that excuse in the world, because the way technology is. There's apps. You can hustle. Okay, you can do all type of these different jobs to where you can work for yourself. There's hella jobs out there. Okay, and furthermore, the Lord, you have to believe that the Lord is with us. So the Lord, he'll move fast. Like there was a brother, so the brother, we was talking to him about getting a job, man. That brother was proactive, and a couple of days later, man, that brother had a job. So before that, I said, hey man, if you really believe in this, and that's a spirit that's on you, okay, and you're looking at the examples that were shown unto you, and men that are telling you these things out of love, okay, then the Lord, he's gonna move fast. You're not gonna be searching for 6 fucking months, and I don't have anything. Furthermore, we have a help system in the body to where brothers have their own businesses. Brothers can get you plugged in, because a lot of times getting a job is through word of mouth. It's through somebody plugging you in. Oh, I have a friend that he's a real good worker, or they're hiring. I know somebody hiring. Pretty much all my jobs were like that. I didn't necessarily. I never actually had to apply for a job, or I would say, I take that back. I take that back. Well, not really, because I got plugged in with a Jake. It was like, all right, these people were hiring these security. My first job was security. Before that, I got plugged in with my dad, who knew a guy, and he started hiring me. You see that? And then I took my initiative. I needed to get a job. I was in my parents' house. I'm simple. Jake Young, 17, 18. Jake Young, don't want to work. I just wanted to relax, man. Getting cursed out, And then finally, what happened? You get older, you start needing things. You start wanting to have money. You start looking at women looking at you. You like, are you a broke nigga? Okay, you ain't got a computer. You ain't got a phone. You can't even buy a piece of bubble gum. I was like, fuck that. I got to get a job. So I start running up them bands. Okay, and then the spirit had it to where I got more jobs. Okay, so the spirit, it's because you don't want to work. That's the reason why you're not working. It's because you don't want to work. And the same rules apply in this work, man. Okay, if you're sincere and you want to grow in the spirit, and if you want to get this knowledge, the Lord's gonna set up that platform for you. Okay, and He's gonna allow you to grow. The same thing, same thing in the worldly sense. Okay, there's hella jobs out there, construction. All right, there's day jobs. Like I said, the apostles, the apostle Tahar, the Spirit jumped on him to talk about these different apps that you can get on, Uber, Lyft. Which, I mean, that's hell, especially out here. But hey, if you got to do what the hell you got to do, you got to do it. Okay, secret shoppers, you can do deliveries. Okay, or you don't have to have a standard so-called job. Okay, you can hustle, man. And then you got brothers that are working that can help you out. So like I said, it's up to you. You have to take that initiative. All right. The Most High is not dealing with lazy niggas. Go ahead.
He said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard.
Yeah. So the Yahweh Shai said, "Hey, look, go. This is a job. Go in the vineyard. Go work. Go ahead.
And whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive."
Yep. Go ahead. Continue.
So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, Call the laborers.
Call the laborers, man, because they were doing that laborious work, man. And this is going into spiritually. Also, man, it's carnally because these scriptures are twofold, threefold, different. You know, they're plain, they're dark sayings, they're proverbs. All right, the spiritual man, he has to understand these things and he has to apply. See, you have to apply these scriptures. If you're not applying these scriptures, you don't really understand these scriptures. Okay, because you don't have that experience. You can't apply what you read. It's just a story. You might get the gist of it, but until you go through these certain things, you don't really know what these scriptures are really talking about. Okay, because you're at home. Okay, you playing video games, watching World Star Hip Hop, just playing video games on your cell phone. Come on, man. Come on, get real. And then you're gonna just go to camp and it's just gonna be cool. Nah, man. You know, you gotta get out and you gotta get out and you gotta become a man, and then that also breeds more faith, because then the Lord's gonna keep you at a point to where you need him. Okay? And you're gonna depend when you need a job, you're not gonna, oh damn, the white man's not giving me a job. It's the Lord, Lord, I need a job. And you pray for that job from the Lord. So it's the Lord who gives you the job, okay? It's the Lord that giveth, and it's the Lord that taketh away. So this is all Yahweh Shema Shai. This is all his working. Okay, go ahead.
Call the laborers and give them their hire.
Yep.
Beginning from the last unto the first.
Yeah, so you're going to get a wage. You're gonna get a reprise, especially from doing this, man. But in order to be able to do this, you have to be able to take care of yourself. Okay. Now you are going to struggle. Okay. We're not saying, okay, you got a job and then all things. No, you're going to catch more hell. Okay. Because you have to deal with people, and that's why a lot of times Jake doesn't want to work, because they're going to catch hell. And I know, bro, if I could not work, I wouldn't. But I know that it's necessary. Okay, I have to. Okay, if I don't work, then I don't eat, and then I'm gonna look like a bug out. Okay, I'm gonna lose all my stuff, and then I gotta depend on another brother to facilitate me. Well, brothers, they got wives, they got children. Okay, then it is inconvenience, man. We don't need to put more hell on other brothers that's already on their table, man. And then it's just gonna look like you were just a lazy, slothful nigga, man. Go ahead.
And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny.
Yeah, so you're going to receive that penny, which the penny is representative of the kingdom of heaven. So you're going to receive the same prize as those who came in first. That's beautiful. Esau ain't going to do that. But in the meantime, in between time, we have to work these goddamn jobs, man. And it is hell, brothers. It is hell for all of us, man. Okay? We ain't going to work with a smile on our face, man. All right, we waking up cursing the day. All right. That's pretty much on that, brother. It goes, it goes into the kingdom of heaven. Which, if brothers want to read it more, you can go in Matthew the 20th chapter and just read the whole parable. Okay. But this is just, a quick encouragement, admonishment for brothers that are kind of slacking. And pretty much this is a testament to your faith, because you have to take that leap. All right, brother told me, yeah, moving out. He's like, man, basically, I got to take that leap, man. And then like I got like, for example, for me, at my spot, I mean, I barely had the money to get in, and didn't have the money for the next month rent. I pretty much every month I don't have the money for next month. Literally every month, but the Lord, He makes a way. And then what does that do? That builds up your faith to be like, damn, the Lord, He's providing for me. So He's provided for me. I don't have. That's why the scriptures, when you read in Matthew the 6th chapter, it talks about not thinking about none of these things. The Lord knows that you need these things. He knows you need a roof. He knows you need food. He knows you need drink. He knows you need transportation. He knows this. So that's why He says, don't think of these things, because He shows you every month in and every month out that He's providing for you. Okay, sometimes you fall hard. All right, then that's when the body comes in to prop you up, not you leaning and leeching off the body. Okay, so with that, I hope brothers were edified with that lesson. We want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostle and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessing to the Akim out there, pushing His word. Shalom to the elect, and death to the wicked.
Shalom.